Hola, ¿qué tal? Ronnie y Sisters, ¿cómo les va? Yo espero que muy bien y sin tanto calor como yo. Me presento acá, Samber. Una vez más para esta vez lo que sería esta entrevista en grupo. Otra más de su tipo. A esta organización llamada PoniesOnline. Quienes, bueno, como ya ven, han hecho sus varios eventos, podríamos decir. Esperemos les guste. Y de aquí comenzamos en inglés. Hi, how are you? Please introduce yourself in a better way than me.
One episode. Um, I help out with advertisements. I help with moderation on social media platforms. I help out with the concert. I basically do like small kind stuff. I do a lot. I do a lot to help out making sure that the convention works out smoothly and there's no toxic people in the place.
Thank you. Dina.
Hola, mi nombre es Dina, and I help with I'm pretty much the public relations director, along with helping with the voice actors.
Golden.
Hello, I'm Golden Heart. I am I guess it'd be the systems administrator. I manage server infrastructure and do a couple of other systems related things to help the convention function throughout the events that we perform.
Thank you. Neo.
I'm Neo. I'm the cons website developer. I ensure that the website is always up to date with the latest information on the event schedules, anything you want for the convention.
Thank you. Pat.
Hi, I'm Pat. I'm the operations director. I make sure everything is working, and I basically help around wherever I'm needed. I am the generalist of the con who just does everything, and I'm the shoe-in of getting all the big names.
Thank you. Spectrum.
Hello everyone, I'm Spectrum 2. I'm the small events staff member, and also I am the head of the Spanish team on Ponies Online. In fact, this is the first time that I participate in an interview on Pony Latino. So, hola Amber, tanto tiempo.
Igualmente.
And yep, this is my role on Ponies Online.
Thank you. Toa.
Hi, I'm Tokoi, and I am the panelist lead. I am basically in charge of trying to find programming and making sure everything lines up as best as possible. I work with Emma, our music department lead, to make sure that stuff does not overlap too badly and make the con run as smooth as possible. I would also like to say my second in command, CMC, would be here, but he is currently dealing with other things.
Thank you. That is the staff who could be here today. We're going to turn it over to you to Miss Amber for the interview.
All right, thank you again for my introduction. I hope you like every question I make, but like I said before, too, I will not make this interview too long because you know I made already the in the ready format. So okay, just every question more. And it's possible. please, if people ask, I'll look here at the in YouTube. Make your question too, please. Okay. Now let's begin. First of all, how is your relationship here between the staff? Do you prefer to only be a part of the organization, or you prefer or do you like to talk or play games too? For example.
Hold on, you broke up a little bit on my end. What was the question again?
Sorry.
Miss Amber, si quiere decirlo en español, yo se lo traduzco a los chicos.
Bueno, ya, está bien. Si usted no lo entendió, tampoco maestro. Ya. Que cómo es la relación entre ustedes como equipo, que si solo prefieren apoyarse como organización, o si también les gusta, por ejemplo, jugar o conversar entre ustedes.
So Miss Amber here is asking how usually we do stuff, like how we organize ourselves, or we are just like friendly kind of mode that we just play games around. You know, we're more friendly. We are more like more cold and professional. That's the question more or less.
Oh, okay. We try to be sort of like a extended family, a fairly dysfunctional family, but extended family. But we do get serious when the time calls for. You have to know the cutoff between playtime and work time, kind of thing. Wouldn't you say so, Pat?
I would agree. As the old head, I am more of the silly sod, and Alex is more of the sensible sod. And I'm more the easygoing, very friendly, but very carefree. But Alex is more of a very serious. But we both can switch. But I can definitely do my serious when I need to, and Alex can definitely do a bit of silly when he needs to. I think we're definitely a family unit. Like, I am the weird uncle. Alex and Dina are very happily married. We bring new family on with Toy Koi being our little nephew, Golden and Neo being the weird cousins from down the lane. Catty being that one person, that one person, that one person, and Spectrum just being that dude in the corner. He's a good dude.
I think
Gracias.
Kay more fills the little sister role.
I'm just the person that tries to do his job, and I'm over here like, need something? Oh, okay, getting it done.
Just stop.
Yeah,
Don't.
with me. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead, Katy. You go.
Okay. So with me, I am very intense with both sides. It's just how I am with my autism, I guess, or ADHD. But I am very silly when I can, and I'm also very serious when I can. If it's just literally anything else, I'm very friendly. I'm very silly. I am very funny. A little too funny. I might be a little too silly, but when it comes down to enforcing rules, I am very stern with it. But also, I am very blunt. I grew up that way, so I may sometimes come off as an asshole sometimes, to put it lightly. And I'm very sorry with that. It's just I take my job seriously and I take rules seriously. And if someone tries to break it, I'm gonna come after them. But in all, I am a very kind and caring person.
I think that Spectrum, you want to add anything?
Well, the only thing I know that I don't know how did I came here and now I'm here. Just like Pat says, I'm like that dude. That dude that he's like part of the family, but at the same time he's like, how did he get here? But here I am.
To be fair, we kidnapped you.
Oh no, not again. Just like Resistencia Brownie, more or less. I mean, sorry, Kevin.
He's also
We
my
only
target
kidnap
for
the
bullying.
people we like. We don't kidnap the people we don't like.
We can,
Oh, that's
me and
fair.
Alex, me and Alex have kidnapped a lot of people. If that's the case.
I mean, Kathy also kidnapped me. She says that she
Bully,
doesn't, but she does.
bullies you.
Yep.
I mean, Neo and Golden could. I let Neo and Golden talk, but they're like their own little in family within the family, if that makes sense.
Now with Neo, we pretty much we play Rocket League and we hate each other, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Meanwhile, I was dragged in because Alex found me at very least responsible enough, and then I dragged my friend CMC in here. So
Well, to be fair, I got drug in here, and then became the department head for my division. And then I'm like, "Hey, Neon, I need help. Get over here." And then I drugged him screaming through the door, and then shut it, and everybody just kept walking.
So,
I
Miss
became
Amber,
here on my own will.
Miss Amber, I think that the short version of the answer it will be like Alex and Pat. They are kidnapping people for the because they can.
Not too much different to Pony Latina, I had to say. So, take care,
True.
please. Greetings to the people from Barra Equestria. You know what I mean, Spectrum.
All right.
Okay, thank you guys. Very cool. Very cool question. I don't know what to know too much. Can be a problem for us too. Like I said. Okay. Let's talk about the last event. How do you think was? Like for example, the action, the music. I don't know.
The last event was just a few months ago. Man, it feels like it was just yesterday still. And it was the smoothest our event had ever run, and that's including from both the English side and the Spanish side, which required God knows amount of preparation. The music sets went off great. The panelist sets went off great. The only hiccup was with actually the vendor hall, and that is because Discord glitched that particular weekend, where it made over half the people not be able to even see that we even had a vendor hall. But it was a situation that we had no control over.
also the charity being sprung up semi last minute did not help with some scheduling.
Another issue that I want to bring up is regarding the Ponytown event server. At one point, there was a glitch there as well that just kept kicking everybody out in a certain area, which was the stage. But we figured that out really quickly as soon as we caught on, but that was another issue. And
Well,
I
that
want to
and it started kicking everyone out of the server too because of a Stack Overflow error.
Yeah, that was the issue. Another thing I want to help add on for Alex's thing with the vendor is that I think it was affecting only those who were on their phones. But that was pretty much like what, half of the server.
Anyone using the mobile version
Yeah,
of the client.
yeah, which is
Anyone
weird.
using mobile Discord could not see the vendor hall.
We did not talk about how bad Discord mobile is.
I mean, it wasn't all bad. It was a lot of fun. I mean, we had a lot of
Oh no,
fun.
no, everything went off great. I was like, that was the only issue, and all the issues that came up were issues that were outside of our control.
I mean,
Which
it will be our 4th year next year, and we've had some and we've got big plans for coming up things, but we can't say too much. But I think it was a grand theme of going back in time and just revisiting my childhood and all that.
Which really quickly want to give a shout out to the Ponytown team for being able to figure out that issue relatively quickly.
Oh yeah, the Ponytown team did a fantastic job.
Oh,
I have no complaints from the Ponytown team.
I mean, me and Alex basically stirred the ship, but everyone else did an amazing job. Like our panelist lead did incredible by getting all the good panels. Our musician lead made our musician stage the best it's ever been. Like it was our best musicians ever. We had some of the best animation thanks to Spectrum. We had an amazing website thanks to our website team, and the advertisement was incredibly well done by our fantastic artists and our public relation team. So I think we've built our team through some trepidation and some failures, but we have now made our incredibly better throughout it, and we've learned through the falls, and now we're building ourselves to be an incredible con.
Yep, and I had to say that the Spanish part organized by Resistencia Brownie, mostly by, well, Kevin Knight, me, and Fede Dash, for example. But pretty much Fede and Kevin, they took part of mostly on the Ponytown team. And then with the guy from Resistencia Brownie, we did the Spanish event that they bring up some people from Mexico, from Venezuela. I think that even though he didn't participate too much in our event, but on our side of the event, but there was Luna Brownie who was speaking about the whole thing about Reddit and stuff. So when it comes to the Spanish part, we actually with Kevin and the rest of Stensia Brownie, we would like to as long as you want, Miss Amber, of course, then maybe that for next year event, maybe we can call more people from Pony Latino, so we can make a full Hispanic Latino event around here on Ponies Online.
Of course, and we'd be glad to host more Spanish and Latino events on our server.
Yep.
Oh, a little update for that. Sorry. Um, we did get a huge influx of Russian users from this year's convention. So I'm thinking I could probably help out in that regard as well. I do not know Russian. I don't know how to understand it, but Google Translate is a thing, so I might use that.
We are actually looking into. We already have one Russian translator. We're looking to probably getting maybe another as well.
We are basically an international space because we can do a panel every hour for any group that's awake and available. Same for music.
Okay. Think about the last thing you said. I had to ask you. So do you say the Russian people, or at least you will try to tell Russian people, because people aside from the Latin American and English people are big closer to you, right? For example, European communities.
We have communities from all over here. Just staff alone, right? Staff alone. We have a majority here from North America, but Neo is from Canada. Spectrum, he is from Argentina. Pat is from England. We also have on staff our vendor lead. He is from Germany. We also have we've had staff from Australia. We had staff from, at one point we had staff from Asia. So we are accepting staff from all over, because I said we have no qualms about accepting anyone here from anywhere, as long as they're willing to play nice, they can be here.
And we're hoping to add more countries to our roster. We have been building a secret spaceship to hopefully get a brony on the moon. So we are the first convention to have a staff member from the moon, but that has not gone very well, sadly.
Hey, I told you 3 weeks ago, just because you want to put a big bunch of TNT and blow it up does not mean it'll go into the rocket. Told you this 3 weeks ago, man. God dang.
Alex. Emma's a female. Alex.
Torben is male.
Torben?
Did Torben become vendor lead or con store?
No, he's con store lead.
There we go.
Con store lead. Vendor lead is Emma, and she is from
Germany.
Germany too. Yeah. Yeah, all of our vendors are all of our vendor stuff. Sorry, no, vendor lead is Emma. Con store lead is Torben, and I sometimes get the two positions flipped.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, don't, because we do have Dina right next to you to do a smack on the ear.
Do I need to?
Maybe.
No, it doesn't matter. I got con store lead, and I got vendor lead mixed up.
Also, while we're talking about those who are from different countries and states, even though I am part of the North America country, state-wise, I am in Hawaii. So I am also learning a lot of Hawaiian stuff, Hawaiian language, and other languages as well, like Filipino, Marshallese, all of that stuff too. So that's cool.
That'd be another interesting market to break into, is the Filipino market.
All right.
Hey, I know quite a few Filipinos. They're really good. They're really nice people.
Oh yeah, and My Little Pony is super popular in Hawaii right now, especially with the new series. It's getting really popular with the kids here. But unfortunately, we don't have that many bronies here. Kind of weird.
Also, our con staff can speak, I think, nearly 20 different languages now. We have people on the staff who can speak Japanese. We have people on the staff who can speak sign language and Braille. We have Australian and United States as well, and there's many other languages and Russian and so much more as well. So we are spanning not just countries but languages, and we're also trying new things. I think that's pretty much everything, isn't it, Alex?
Yeah, Emma is probably one of the best music leads we've had.
It does not hurt that she runs Rave at the House of Bells, so...
Yes, Emma comes from Rave at the House of Bells. She has done a phenomenal job. We're not going Rammstein in here, Spectrum.
Okay, thank you. That's very, very good to know. A lot of country people there. Oh, this is speaking English. Okay. Okay. Before we continue, give me a minute. Let's read to the people who came here to comment anything. Send greetings. Give me a minute. Okay. Let's begin with Pájaro Pendejo. El Brony Villero. Greetings. Thank you for your submission to the album. Very epic. Spectrum, acá también. It's with you. Power MLP. Who he was the real the last Sunday. Good interview. But well, I'm still waiting for more comments here. Okay, more questions from the chat.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but may I ask, what is Miss Amber's pronouns?
Um, ah, is he? I'm a man. Why I use this name? Because my OC was very popular in a little community, a little brownie community. Sorry, for a long time ago. So the people like it, I like it too, and it was the very best name I think I want to use. So sorry for the confusion in first place.
More or less, your OC stole your identity, more or less.
Right.
Yeah,
What is
it's
your
completely
pronouns
fine.
then?
Oh, that was fine.
Thank you.
We try to be respectful around here.
Yeah, I want to know pronouns, so when I refer to you, I won't misgender you. That's why I'm asking.
Okay, right. No problem.
Like, do you just use any? Do you use she, her, they, them? What?
Oh, excuse me.
What are your pronouns so I don't misgender you? Like, do you use she, her, him, he, him, they, them?
I just said
They, them. All right, cool.
he, him. I'm a man.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes. Okay. I want to make a question too. Give me a minute. About the action for the charity. How it began? Who was the guy who made the idea?
¿Dijiste la cosa de caridad?
Correcto, la sobata caridad. Como ¿de dónde viene la idea?
Okay, so Miss Amber here is asking where the charity auction the idea, where did it come from?
The charity auction has always been a part of Ponies Online, like since its inception. When you say so, Pat?
Do you mean the OCs or
No, the charity auction.
Oh. So like when we first started, I think like we did a charity auction, and it's like me. I think it's Alex who organised the first charity auction many moons ago. I think maybe we might. God, we're gonna have to. I can't remember the first charity auction we did. I can remember the second one. I could definitely remember the second. We did one for the first year, which was very amateur. Because it was me and Alex selling like cards and stuff and small things. We did one for the second year. We didn't do one for the third year because we didn't have anything planned. But when I was talking to Brony Kindness Network, who are good friends with us and good friends with me, and I know the person, and Scrimmy, who's one of the main people behind it. I was talking and they have an amazing charity that I was all for, and basically it just one thing led to another, and basically they now organise our charity auction, I think, basically, and now they're part of the PoniesOnline family, sort of, but they're their own thing, which is kind of weird. But it's like we haven't acquired it per se, but they just like the horse friends / Brody Kindness Network do a lot of things for like a lot of cons, and now they are kind of the organisers of our charity auction per se, and basically we help them with that, and now they're going to be the one. They kind of now run our charity auction for us with like a split between our charity and their charity, and it's like a really great relationship between the two groups, and basically I don't know how I flagged it, but I just flagged an entire group to do our charity auction for us, basically. I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything else, Alex, I'm forgetting? Alex?
What was that?
I was saying that, did I leave anything else, or that pretty much how...
No, that pretty much sums it up. Charity auction's always been a part of it, but having a dedicated charity team was something we started just this year.
We're getting a bit of an echo. Can we make sure everyone's muted whilst people...
It's coming from Spectrum's end. But yeah, charity auction has been a part of our inception since the beginning. But having a dedicated charity team is something new from this year, and I think everything went over a lot smoother with a dedicated charity team.
Okay, thank you. And do you think the auction can go raise enough? Sorry, or at least in the future will raise enough money to support the foundations?
We are always grateful for every penny that's given to charity. Though this year we actually raised the most that we've ever raised before, and next year we are hoping to raise even more. This year we raised something like $1,200 for charity.
That's cool. That's a lot I had to say. I hope, like you said, you raise even more.
Right, as I said, we're hoping that we can raise more and more year over the year. But we are grateful for every penny given.
Yeah. Is it still going to be St. Jude's that we're going to be raising money for next year?
We haven't actually gotten around to discussing that yet.
Oh, okay. I thought it was always St. Jude. Sorry.
We are thinking about going ahead and just staying with St. Jude's because it's an easy enough charity for most people to, understand. Like, people
Right.
know what St. Jude's does. Though we want to also possibly get maybe maybe our main charity event can be St. Jude's, but maybe having other charity events that sponsor other charities of our choice.
Because this year I did a sale for the Hawaiian fires. I was raising money to send to a charity for Maui United Way to help for building houses for those who were affected by the Lahaina fire this year. Next year, I'm thinking of doing the same thing for both the Lahaina fire and the Palestinian families who have been affected by the current war.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but Hawaii, that's gonna be a multi-year project. Getting that recovery, that's gonna be multi-year.
Oh yeah, the entire town is just gone.
Yeah,
But,
it's like it's just like it's blipped off the map.
Yeah, Lahaina is just gone. You want me to close this one too? Hold up. I had to close window. But yeah, Lahaina is just completely gone. But I know they are currently working on recovery homes in different areas of the island. I know we have a bunch of them by the college in Kalui. We have a bunch in like Kihei, Makwao, freaking Napili. Like we have a bunch of places being used for those who are homeless, who have been affected, and I want to help raise money to help at least try to make a little, just like maybe a little faster, if anything, or like help with those who are in need of like groceries, clothes, water, electricity, phone bills, stuff like that, you know?
Even just the basics would help.
Oh, definitely. Last year, or not last year, this year, I didn't get a whole lot because again, the vendor issue, so I wasn't able to really get a whole lot of sales. But I did raise. I did a calculation issue, and I thought I was supposed to give out 10%. No, it was more than that, but I gave 10% to Maui United Way, and I made about 50 bucks this year. So that was nice. I gave like half of it to Maui United Way.
In this case, every penny counts.
Yeah. Also, we do help with the Brony Collins Network charity. They're because they are themselves a charity that helps a lot of stuff. I can't remember exactly what they. I'm trying to remember. I just remember.
The Broadcast Network is their own charity by itself, and that they have their own. I don't know what's called in Britain, but in the United States, we would say they are a 401c. But I do not know what the British equivalent of that is.
Oh well, thank you. Okay. This is a question to each one of you. You can answer, please. Before PoniesOnline, what kind of community organization do you work before? Sorry.
For me, I was the head of Ponies Playing Card Games. It was a in real life meet where we went and we played card games. After that, I became the web dev for PoniesOnline and then the con chair. Caddy?
Where do I start with this?
What organization were you with before PoniesOnline?
None. Okay, so before I became a staff member, I was just a regular guest that was extremely active throughout the years. When I first started, I was just a panelist, and as I stayed and I was active more and more, I started to learn how it works, the different aspects of it, how the vendors work. So the next year of that, which was 2022, I joined the vendor team. I started doing vendors. And then this year, surprise, surprise, I became a staff member out of nowhere. I was not expecting to become a staff member this year. And I hope to continue being a staff member till the end of time. However, before all of that, I was in high school at the time. In 2021, I was still in high school. I was, 17 years old? I'm 20 now. Currently, besides PoniesOnline, behind the scenes, I am at a trade school. I just completed my high school diploma. I completed the trade. I'm going to be going on to kind of like an apprenticeship kind of thing for a couple months, and then hopefully I'll go to college and find a job suitable for me. Thank you.
All right, Dina?
Also, wasn't really with a company. I volunteered a lot. I volunteered at a convention that's close to me back in 2019, and then again this year, GalaxyCon. I was Torben's social media manager for a while, but that's what landed me this role, actually. But other than that, I didn't really. But I also am the one that asked Caddy to join, and everyone says they were kidnapped. Caddy wasn't kidnapped. Caddy was adopted. So, yeah.
All right, Golden.
Okay, so basically, where I kind of was and how I got here is I started in an organization with doing stuff for Wime Time and did a few different things with them for voice acting and did some of the web stuff there with Neon, which I drug him into that one too. And then I helped with Crystal Fair STL in the state that I'm in. And then along through the years through there is where Griffin Co. ended up getting created. And I started Griffin Co. and Neon helped me co-found that. And we've been doing quite a few different things. I got brought on as the web developer for this, and Neon kind of ended up coming along by proxy with that one. And so currently with PoniesOnline, but also running Griffin Co. at the same time. And Griffin Co. is actually the one that is supplying all of the server infrastructure and the networking and the redirect servers for some of the live streaming stuff that we did through the event. I think that's everything. Alex will yell at me if it's not.
No, that's pretty accurate. You were part of Griffin.co, and you came in, helped with web development stuff, and then you became our infrastructure. And that brings us to, hey, Neo.
Golden pretty much summed up everything I did in the past before PoniesOnline. There's not really that much else I can add on to that.
What did you do before PoniesOnline, kind of thing?
Not really that much. Just working on Griffin stuff, which before was also known as Everfree Art. Other than that, I haven't really done anything else.
All right, Pat.
So it would be exactly 10 years next month, exactly, that I started my YouTube channel back in the day. God, that is, I go back quite a bit in the fandom. And through being a reviewer and an analyst at the time, I found a group called Rift City. I would be a member of that. I would then eventually become a moderator, then become a staff member of the Rift City, then become the owner of the Rift City, which was a very weird stint. Whilst doing that, I became the creator of the Bring Back Robot Wars subreddit and the Robot Combat Art subreddit, helping a ton of artists in the Robot Combat community. Within the Rift City, I would also do lots of panels for HackCon, which is how I was associated with HackCon back in the day. And when HackCon came down, I just basically stood up and made this convention through sheer whatever. Whilst doing that, I basically then, was interviewing loads of people. I then made this group and got everyone involved. So I kind of started it all. And oh god, what else have I done? I've lost track really because I've just done a bit of everything really. Before this point, I also did stand up for nearly 4 years on side of my YouTubing, but I don't think that's really that important. But if you can name it, I've probably done it at this rate. So yeah, I'm trying to achieve other things that I've not done yet. And making a con is now on my list, and other things will be on the list as well, I guess.
All right, Spectrum.
Well, basically, I started to, move around burning communities in PoniesOnline, on PoniesOnline, I mean. But before being part of the staff of PoniesOnline, I was pretty much a moderator on Resistencia Brownie, which I met Resistencia Brownie by Pony Latino by hanging out with someone on PoniesOnline. So pretty much I have always been around here, more or less.
All right, Toa.
Where do I begin? Oh, it actually started whenever I found out about HardCon via BronyCon, the last one. So I hopped into that server only to find out, we're shutting it down. Then people jumped ship, and we started playing this thing. Then we learned of the pandemic, and we all collectively went, okay, what are we going to do now? Oh, and for the past 4 years, I basically only did the panel as a panelist before Alex kidnapped me and said, hey, you seem to have stuff put together. Want to be a panelist lead? And I'm like, okay. And that's how I ended up here. Fandom-wise, I saw a Weird Al video about a PMV, and then I was like, oh no, I'm hooked.
Yeah, it's one of those. When it came to Toko, we were like, you there, former panelist. Yeah, you're now panelist lead. Wait, what?
And somehow, my first year of doing it was the smoothest year. Don't ask me how. I had good help.
It's because you had me. You had me to help you.
Nah, let's not downplay the contributions of CMC.
He is my second for a reason, and why I will go, CMC, I need help. Okay, what are we doing?
Okay, thank you. Now I want to ask about the mascots. Where they came from?
This actually, I can only vouch for one of them. So let's start with the first two, which is Hollow and Pixel. So that would be Pat and Toakoi, who can explain those two the best, where they came from.
Oh, Pat, you remember the early days when we started looking at mascots and just started going down, okay, what is the theme? What is the whole idea of this?
So when we were first making the com, we were trying to work out mascots, and it was basically everyone suggesting idea after idea. And one of our staff artists at the time, Bad Animation, who is incredibly talented, incredibly talented artist, there's no denying that. I can't remember in particular who designed which ones, but like it kind of was like a collective effort of the time. If memory serves me right, like there were 3 OCs. Like there was Pixel, Hollow, and there was a third one, but I don't think
the third one was named Vector, and a little bit more expansion on Hollow and Pixel. Originally, the idea was hologram ponies or hollow ponies.
Yes.
And Hollow back then was called Pixel, and Pixel was called a play on, and I wouldn't say malfunction like Mally. But we decided to go away from that to go, okay, we have a holographic pony and a pixel pony. And it evolved from there.
And I think, and then we get, there's concept art of many different ones, but, I think Ban took some of that, and then that got finalized into, Pixel and Hollow. Of, what sort of cutie marks we were liking, because we were, trying to pick, we were trying to work out what would be I think a microphone, some sort of microphone was for Hollow, and we knew Pixel had to have some sort of pixel or some sort of website style.
All right, so I just went into the Wayback Machine and looking at some of the concept art. Blue Prism Secretary actually did have one of the first drawings here. And then we had Equestrian Expedition do some other stuff to be here's some ideas for design. Then One Fish, Two Fish gave, okay, here's another one, which is the first start of the Hollow Pony, Earth Pony style. Yeah. That's kind of where Hollow started getting their name from.
Yeah, I think one of the things that was really groundbreaking for Con was the fact that both our mascots were Earth ponies. Because I think most conventions have go for like Pegasi or unicorns and don't really go for the Earth pony superior race.
Yeah.
It's like
And looking at like the early hollow design, and they were unicorn because that was just the thing. And even Pixel back then was a unicorn.
I can't remember what made us go away from that, but just I guess it was just evolution of the characters per se, and I wish.
Yeah,
I think
I'm looking now. Yeah, Banana definitely had that. Let me copy this and put it into the staff here. Because this was how we got to Hollow before we actually named her Hollow.
yeah, I'm trying to remember.
That was early concept art for Hollow. A
Yep.
much different character than the current one.
Yeah.
Oh God, I do remember that old concept art now. That is.
But that takes us actually to the evolution, which would introduce the third mascot, which is Hexbits. Hexbits was actually created in a event hosted by Spectrum, to which the third mascot, which would represent small event, was decided to be Kieran.
Where to start with Hexbit? Well, pretty much with Hexbit, Alex was telling me that the PoniesOnline was looking for a fur mascot. So a few weeks before that event on PoniesOnline in Resistencia Brony, we made a small event about making a new design for the main OC, Sunrise Heaven. You know, the one who is on the banners of Pony Latino, the same OC. That we try to make her more like a teenager and less of some sort of a child. And so we hand out like about 30 people, and we popular choice by through voting and all on Ponytown. We all as a community decide how the new design is going to be. So I got close to Alex and the Ponies Online staff and say, hey, we can do this same kind of event, you know, on Ponytown, and maybe we can ask the people what do they want on this new character, and we all can decide it on Ponytown. The only thing that it was a red character that it can be anything that you wanted, a pony, a unicorn, a Kirin, and it had to be like a fluid gender, you know, it doesn't have to be precisely a male or female, it can be both. And with that, well, there was about 10, 15 people, do you remember, Alex, who were in the public? And
It maxed out at 21.
at 21, wow. So yeah, they where we were, you know, seeing all the details that you can add to a character on Ponytown. The people want every single detail they can find on Ponytown, pretty much. So in that being so sort of a red Kirin with multicolor hair, multicolor mane, multicolor tail. She have a scarf, headphones, pretty much all the details that a Ponytown OC creator can make. And well, it was kind of how can I say like chaotic kind of character, but it's there. It's
A
a new
chaotic
assist there.
character to represent the chaos of the small events.
Yeah, I kind of feel represented with that Kirin, like a Kirinification of myself, more or less. So yeah, that's
And the most important thing about Hexbits is non-binary / multi and amnigender. They have no gender, but they also have all genders at the same time. They are
Hexbits represents everyone and everything.
pretty much.
Why? Well, anyway, Um, Thank you for all the details. is Every day is more secure. The fact that make a mascot is a very complicated way. Had a complicated history. Okay.
Yeah, our mascots have gone through many revisions over the years.
Didn't Pixel just
Well,
have a
one thing,
recent redesign? A very small one, but
one thing I would like to say about the mascots is it's not so it's not just the design of the mascots that change, it's also the voices of the mascots change, because back in the day they were both voiced by one person. No, get out. Yeah.
Hojo Kono voiced both Hollow and Pixel at the start.
In the first ever very rough animation, but after that we gave them brand new voice actors. Pixel, we auditioned for voice actors, and originally Pixel was voiced by Inky Notebook and Cardoin voiced Holopone, and then this year Dream Pony writers took over from Pixel, so their voices have even changed, and we've been giving them more and more character. Like Alex and I, well, Alex mostly has been writing the characterization of both the characters and fleshing them out, and has also been helping flesh out Hexbits, who has not got a voice per se as of yet. I voiced them for a bit during but that was only for the small event. But they will probably be gaining a new voice actor or actress or
Soon.
What's the non-binary version of an actor or an actress? Would it be?
Now you say actors sort of it's sort of a general term.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't 100% certain actually. I was just double checking. But yeah, Alex can probably comment more on the characterization of how Hollow and Pixel have expanded more than I can.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Before the next question, I had to say, for some reason, no one sent question in the chat here in YouTube. Probably because this the incorrect time zone. Like I said, you share the link in an appropriate time.
Hay que considerar que es la tarde en prácticamente toda Latinoamérica, ¿no? Ya muchos están trabajando, otros están en el colegio.
Buen punto. Pero me refería más a los a los angloparlantes. Ahí debe ser más tarde.
En teoría sí, depende del país.
Bueno,
O el estado, digamos.
más que nada, y eso sí compartieron el enlace, pero lo hayan visto. Porque ya se lo envía la link.
Sí, hay poca gente se diría que sí, sigas un poco más con las preguntas, por las dudas, ¿no?
Bueno, ya mejor. Okay. Okay. Sorry for that. Let's go. Another question for one of you. Please, what do you have the name you have?
What do we have Ponies Online as a name?
No. For example, what do you have the name Alex Wolf?
Oh, where's my name come from?
Right.
Alex Wolf is a shortening of Alexander Wolf, and it relates to an OC I came up with going on almost 30 years ago. So I actually have used the name Alexander Wolf for almost 30 years. Caddy? We'll have to come back to Caddy. Dina?
Oh,
It's actually a play on a name that was given to me in 7th grade, Dina Bell. And when I was in my teens, I just stuck an A at the end of it, Dina Bella, and it's been with me for, wow, a very long time, actually. So it's been my only username, or at least a variation of it for the longest time.
All right. Going back to Caddy?
yes, hello.
How'd you come to the name Caddy?
Oh boy, where do I start with that? It's been years. I've been identifying myself with the name Caddy ever since I was like 5 years old. Caddy originally came from my persona Caddy. She was made again when I was 5 years old. She's my oldest character. She originally came from as this black cat with a leopard tail that could speak. Now she's a full-on persona. She's a brown cat with hair, clothes, and yeah. And Caddy. The reason why I chose Caddy is it's pretty silly now because I was like 5 years old. But Caddy stemmed from the fact that I love cats so much that I basically made the name as basically cat. However, I've never known that Caddy is an actual word meaning you know rude. So yeah. Another name I go by is Spirit Painter, which is my pony Sona's name. Where that name come from is both the fact that I have an old art teacher who is now a painter who paints based on people's like souls and stuff. Also, at the fact that I am both an artist and I both believe in ghosts and I practice spiritual beliefs. Me too.
All right, then. Golden.
So a long time ago, this is of course a long time ago. At one point, whenever my pony Sona was getting created, and I was actually being able to like help a lot of people out and whatnot, they kind of came up with the name Golden Heart because, and it's kind of corny to me, I think, but well, corny now anyways, that they had said that I had a golden heart because I decided I wanted to help a bunch of people, and they ended up naming the character for me. And I just kind of stuck with it.
All right, Neo.
So my name originally started off as Neon, but I recently shortened it to Neo as more so a reference to the Matrix because I like poking fun with people on that topic. It's funny whenever they bring up Matrix references with me. But yeah, the original name came from
The Matrix.
more so vibrant, a love for vibrant colors. What were you
All
going to
right.
say, Eddie?
My turn.
Yep, it's your turn, Pat.
So I'm Patrick Mowbray. My real name is Patrick Mowbray. When I started making a YouTube channel, I made it under my own name because it was actually not Pony. So if you want to know why I'm called Patrick Mowbray, it's because my dad likes Star Trek and he named He was going to call me Patrick Stewart Robury, but my mum did not like that, so my middle name is now named after a famous train. So my name is Patrick Thomas Robury. So I am just a bunch of celebrities' names mixed into one, and I never really got myself a persona or persona name, so I just stick with Patrick Robury because I just never really wanted to be stuck under one kind of things, because it let me really just make my own content. I never really set out to be a pony content creator or anything content creator, because I just made videos because I just wanted to, and I never really thought about my name ever, so I just used my real name.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. So Spectrum 2, basically, I stole the nickname of a pony OC of mine, who eventually his first name was actually a blue pony with like some sort of a emo kind of pony, more or less. And pretty much his first name was Blue Spectre. Then I changed to Spectrum, and for some reason I was like, well, I like that nickname. So pretty much I say, he's a fictional character that I created, so I think I can steal his name, more or less. And well, actually, so I started to use the name Spectrum, but I changed the E for a free because, well, I do have another characters. They are more like biped kind of characters, like a fursona more or less, which is a rabbit that I turn into some sort of a cyborg. Kind of weird story, but it's a blue rabbit that looks like some sort of a cyborg with a mask, a gas mask. And I said, yeah, this name fits more on this character. And I added the two because pretty much it's my second nickname. And I was like, yeah, it sounds kind of like a robotic, kind of, a cool name. I was like, yeah, I'm going to say a Spectrum 2. And that's it.
All right. Toa, you're last.
Oh, I've had my name for over 20 years at this point, and if you know Bionicle, you know where the first part comes in. And I'm the only one that actually dropped the old numbering system after he just moved on from it. Because originally I was Tokoi 2.0, and then I just dropped to 2.0. But yeah, I'm just been this as always.
All right. I think that's all the names there.
Okay, thank you. I have to say, most of you have a very simple origin for those names. That's cool.
Wait, Miss Amber, where did your nickname come from?
But I just said, my name. First of all, my name came from my OC, the pony like they just say in the profile photo, because I show it in a brownie group, and the people like it. So because I had a very terrible nickname before, I prefer to use Miss Amber. So that's it. Well, by the way, I have a pony persona that smells, so that can excuse any form of confusion and the gender way.
Well, the first time that we spoke, I thought that you were a girl, because of your nickname. I have to be honest. But I
Right?
didn't know if you identify as a male or as a female. I was like confused like Cassie.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense. Anyway. Okay. Normally I had to I have to make a question. Do you see my transmissions? Do you see the Pony Latino channel where I speak, where my voice is from a male? Have a male voice.
Well, yeah, but before I knew that when I was checking your nickname, I was like, oh, okay, and I thought you were a woman.
Ouch. But anyway, it's not with me the only one who have the problem. I had confusion with other interview too. But I can say that at least. But okay. Next question. Is there any activity that you would like PoniesOnline to have, but it's still distant? It's still very hard to do.
So you're asking if there's any activity we would like to do, but it's hard to do?
That is, that do you want to have for PoniesOnline, but it's still distant, difficult to do?
¿Querés que lo traduzca, mi saber? ¿Lo decís en español y se los digo en inglés?
Bueno, está bien. Que si hay alguna actividad que le gustaría que tuviera PoniesOnline, pero que aún se ve distante, difícil de hacer.
So what he's asking is, para no decir no, por favor, me mareé un momento. ¿Qué actividades es la que queremos hacer acá, decís?
Que le gustaría hacer en PoniesOnline, pero que serían difíciles de hacer en estos días.
So, what he's asking is there any future stuff that we might want to do, but we still have a lot of work to do to reach that point?
Oh, yes. Yes. We are looking to sort of start setting up a something I would like us to start approaching, a more gaming aspect for our server. Things such as, possibly, VR chat events, Minecraft events,
Alex.
also things such as where
Sorry.
my brain's sort of deleting out all the different things I had. I want us to sort of try.
I have ideas. Alex, I got ideas. Alex. Ideas.
I see someone raising her hand in the back.
I have an idea. Similar to VR chat, I wanted to try both Minecraft as well. I also want to try maybe introducing Gmod. Gmod, I don't know if they still have it now, but back then Gmod had a similar aspect as VR chat. And since I do not know how to play VR chat, nor do I have the tools for it, I don't have an Oculus Rift or anything. Thought maybe Gmod would be a lot fun to play as well. That allows co-op as well. Another one would be Legends of Equestria. It's a bit harder to download that one since it's such an old game. Not really old, but it's been an old game. It still gets updates, but it's old. And I wanted to see if we can introduce Equestria or Legends of Equestria as well. It's also a co-op. Multiple people can play. I'm thinking of other ideas too, but those two are the ones that I wanted to try out once I get my laptop fixed.
Yeah, we are looking to expand more into gaming roles, so people can come here and they have interactions they could do. They could get on our Minecraft server. They can get into VR chat with us. They can get into Legends of Equestria. Would love to host more concerts here, more. Basically, bigger and better is we're always looking for. Also expanding more into South America, the South American market. More events for them. More events for the Spanish speaking. Also, maybe get involved with other countries also in South America, such as maybe Brazil or maybe Chile or someplace like that. Expect basically try to become bring more people in to have more people to do things with.
Yep, pretty much. Like December, like what I said a few questions earlier. Having more a better place, say so, to invite people from Pony Latino and make some sort of Spanish English event here. Invite to the people from Pony Latino and others servers, to these Spanish events here. So, like uh, as a friendly way from Resistencia Brownie to to invite through Ponies Online to the people of Pony Latino. So it could be actually very fun, and I think that maybe actually Naruko participates here a lot, so it will be awesome. Yeah, I personally think Miss Amber, if you can participate a little more, mostly in the big events, maybe we can do something even bigger. Who knows?
Oh, them fighting hers. That was the game I was trying to think of, and my brain was deleting it.
You can't forget them fighting herds. It's like the biggest MLP fan game out there. Yeah, it's not one of the biggest. But one thing we're also potentially working on is also bringing not just video games, but potentially board games and card games, as there's many MLP board games and card games and role-playing games, and potentially also bringing in tabletop style role-playing games as well, as there's many of those. Whether we will be doing them as like small events or introductory sessions or something on those lines. But I think there's a lot of plans for the future. We always have to keep what we want to do and what we can do separate, but we always try to make the con better and better. There's some things I can't say because we are technically working on some things, but we're keeping them as a secret. But there are so many things we want to do. One thing I would love to do is like our own version of the Masked Singer, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. But you never know. We might win the lottery and we could host our own version of Masked Singer. I'm totally fine. But like comedy nights and other things as well. We're always working on new projects and stuff. I think each one of us has our own little secret idea we always dream of doing for the con, even if money was no option.
Okay.
I don't know. And let's see, what are some other big ideas you guys would like to accomplish? Like, including if we know we can't.
I would love for the con to break a world record. That's on my bucket list of still things to do. I'm trying to break a world. I've got an idea.
We actually tried breaking a world record at Anthrocon back in 2002. We tried breaking a world record at Anthrocon, and we almost did.
Well, I have two ideas. I'm either gonna break the world record of the most plushies booped in an hour, or a minute, sorry, or the most plushies filled into a single swimming pool.
What was the question specifically again?
What's a big idea that you would love to accomplish?
For PoniesOnline or just myself?
For PoniesOnline.
Oh, there's quite a few. One of the main ones is I guess well, this is not really PoniesOnline again. I guess try to because out of the 3 years I've been here, I have only made a lot of like money through my shop like once. And that was last year, even though last year was admittedly kind of a dumpster fire. Um, so I guess one of my goals would be, to try to, put myself out there more, try to get more money into my vendor so I can raise more money for like charities and stuff like that, as well as since this is kind of like a side hustle as well while I try to sustain myself. Because right now I am living at a trade school. I am considered homeless still. So I'm trying to, make money in every way I can so I can live. And I guess another goal is to make the Ponies Online convention as not I don't want to say popular, but as well known as like major conventions, just because of how proud I am with this group and how much I love it.
Okay, thank you. Answer last one. Okay. Next. There was a fandom you considered adding to this group.
Are you sure that's what other fandoms were in?
¿Cómo, mi Summer?
Okay, again, sorry. If there was another fandom or I don't know franchise do you want to add to PoniesOnline? If you want it in some time to not be exclusively running.
If we had to expand to another fandom, it would probably be the furry fandom, as most bronies are also in that fandom, so it would be the easiest one I feel to incorporate or fold into.
That is pretty much my opinion as well. It'd be the furry fandom. Second next would be the robot combat fandom, because that would be hilarious to make a robot combat online convention, because I think that would be very easy and there would be very little competition and there is a big enough audience there for it. But I know that most people here would not even know where to even begin with robot combat. And I'm the only person here who even cares for that sport. But oh wow, is this best sport? Fight me. But no, I agree with Alex. It would probably be the furry fandom. But that is probably why we might slowly bring bits of the furry fandom in. We are mostly a pony convention for the most part. I don't think we're ever going to.
Personally, we are not opposed to, and it's not in any of the rules that other fandoms can't host stuff here. It's not against any of our rules. As long as it meets our rules of conduct, cannot be spreading hate, cannot be cannot have basically can't be hate, it can't be taking advantage of children, things like that. As long as it meets basic criteria of what you can do, any fandom is free to make a panel here. Or become a musician.
Were you guys waiting for me to talk?
What fandom would you love to see folded into PoniesOnline if we did?
Oh boy.
And I was like,
boy.
the main one probably the main one would probably be the furry fandom, because if we had to choose another, because a lot of bros are also in the furry fandom. So it'd be a more natural shift.
Yeah. With me, it's kind of a little biased because I'm also part of these fandoms as well, or I really enjoy the content. One would be Supernatural. I love Supernatural. A lot of these fandoms are already kind of like, that one rule of the internet where every fandom has a My Little Pony counterpart. The supernatural is kind of more, I guess, lenient. It depends on who you're talking to, I guess. Half of it's lenient with it, half of it's not. It's just one of those fandoms. Another one would be V for Vendetta, only because of the Fallout Equestria thing going on. I think V for Vendetta would be a really good idea to cross over with because we have Fallout Equestria. Fallout Equestria and Fallout and V for Vendetta have a similar aspect to them, where they're both like this kind of like they're both like this dictatorship government thing, and your characters are trying to fight against it. Well, or in like a post-apocalyptic world, and you're trying to like fight against corrupted stuff. Well, V for Vendetta is a character fighting against corruption in the government, and it's like not post-apocalyptic, but it's still kind of like in the early 2000s or the early, like later 2020s and stuff. Well, Fallout Equestria is like set at a different date. I don't remember. But they're still both kind of edgy. They're both very similar to each other, and I think it's a really cool idea to cross over with. Another one I see a lot of My Little Pony crossing with this one is Sonic. A lot of people like to cross Sonic and My Little Pony, so I think that would be also an easy breakthrough as well.
As well as
yeah.
Nintendo, not to mention Nintendo.
In general, yeah.
We actually have an artist and server who does a lot of My Little Pony cross Nintendo.
Yeah, Yoshi something?
Yeah, just Yoshi.
Oh, it's just Yoshi? I thought he had more than his name. He, she, they, it, Zen, money?
It's Yoshi.
Yoshi?
It's
I know,
Yoshi.
but they're pronouns. Pronouns, buddy.
Yoshi is a dinosaur.
Okay, and there's a female Yoshi.
Still a Yoshi.
Yoshi
We are
yourself.
going to have the Who's On First thing, and we will do it properly.
Yeah, there's quite a few fandoms that I would like to cross over with just because I am part of it, and I do those crossovers anyway, especially with next year. Since we have a Fallout Equestria theme next year, I'm going to be kind of like introducing my own crossover of V for Vendetta and My Little Pony, specifically Fallout Equestria, called Ashesverse. When we get closer to the event, I will start bringing more information about it, but basically it's just the V for Vendetta and the My Little Pony aspect, basically. I can't give spoilers because the crossover heavily relies on the movies ending, so I can't spoil it. But yes.
Alright, well, thank you. Good luck with the crossover with Nintendo. Well, more like the lawsuit. Well, okay. Sonic DX. My next question. Where the event came from? The idea of the event. Sorry.
Where the PoniesOnline come from? Is what you're asking?
Yeah.
Someone on the audience asked that.
Oh, PoniesOnline comes from. We are what you say the ashes of another convention called HawkCon. When HawkCon announced that it was ending, a lot of the staff didn't want the ride to end. So what we did was, or what they did was, they formed PoniesOnline as a response to HawkCon closing. God, that's gonna be really difficult to say sometimes.
This is why Horses at Home also works.
But yeah, well, HawkCon stands for Horses at Home. When Horses at Home closed, PoniesOnline sprung up from the former staff of that con, who didn't want the con to end, but didn't have the rights to the name.
Well, I wasn't really for the staff though. In all fairness, actually, I don't know how and stuff, but yeah, so it was February, like near the end of February 2020, yeah. This was
No,
No, that was when we actually started getting the con really together. The ideas came about really in December of
2019.
2019. That's when the idea sprung up.
because I remember vividly, like I vividly remember going, "Oh, everything's going well for this con in 2020. We've got everything planned. 2020 is going so well. We're gonna have this."
And then COVID.
And now I understand why other contractors go, "Don't think everything's going to plan." Like, whoops, that was a bit of a mistake.
Wait,
Oh, no.
why is there so many online? Oh, that's why there's so many online conventions. We thought of it first. You can't take our idea.
Harkon had it first, and then we stole it.
Yep, Halcon did it first. We're just a continuation.
Yes. It was just a series of mistakes happened, and then we just. It was me, Alex, Ban Animation, Hojo. I'm sure I remember the original staff now. There's two
The writer. Nero?
the writer. They're not.
I think the writer was Nero.
Nero, yes, that was it.
Yeah, right. The writer Nero.
And there was Blue Prism as well.
Blue Prism. Blue Prism was there. Blue Prism's been around since the beginning.
Was Greenfly at the Vandal?
No, Greenfly was second year.
Greenfly was second year, yes. So I am trying to remember. My memory is not the best. Our team has changed very differently throughout year to year.
Well, we actually have most of the same staff for the most part.
For the most part.
We are missing a few key founders, but for the most part, most of the staff has just decided to stay on over the years.
I think that's pretty much it. It's basically Crown Prince, who was the person who made Harkons, decided very last minute, literally a week before the con was going to go, that they weren't going to host it. And then I took over, and before the con was going to, before the Discord.
And then the con lacked a website, so I came in at last second. I was like I came in with 1 month ago. I was like, I can make you a website, and just a week we had it done.
I have no idea how we did that first year. God, it was a complete train. That first year was a complete train wreck.
Yeah, behind the scenes, it was a train wreck. In front of the scenes, we did really well.
I somehow blanked Prince whatever that first year. I still have no idea how. I have no idea how I blanked half the people for that first year con.
We just didn't want it to be, forgotten. Also, we needed something to do.
I was bored anyhow.
You can find a more simple answer in the written interview anyway. Well, thank you for sharing all of this. Very, very fun. I have to say.
Well, we thank you for having us. We are very appreciative of this opportunity.
That's right.
Everyone supposed to say their byes?
Oh, excuse me?
Bye.
Oh no, sorry.
Thank you for the interview. It was lovely.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, and we're happy to do it again if need be.
So long, farewell, I'll be to say goodbye.
Yeah, it was a pleasure getting to meet you and a pleasure to get to speak with you. And of course, if you have any other questions later on, feel free to, message any of us.
Okay, cool. I have a last question. Don't worry. So,
All right.
I also want to add a little thing. before you go is that
Eh?
I
Well,
greatly appreciate for you what's the word, posting this on YouTube. I sent the links to my grandmother and my aunt, and I think they're watching this right now, and they are really proud of me of being part of this. So thank you.
what was your final question?
Welcome. Okay. Do you think the quality of My Little Pony in this day can interfere with the quality of your events?
You're asking if the quality of My Little Pony right now will affect what? Will affect what?
Sorry, the quality, the public in your events.
Actually, I do not see Milo like despite no matter what people think of My Little Pony right now, I don't think that'll have any effect on us. Because as I said, we are a part of the My Little Pony fandom, but we don't like tie we didn't exactly tie ourselves to it as hard as we could. If you actually look through our stuff, we actually have no mention of on our website any of our merch of My Little Pony. We try to make sure we make ourselves our own thing, so people come back not because of My Little Pony, but because they want to participate in what we do. It just happens to be
Oh.
pony themed.
Yeah.
And well, one thing I would
Oh,
say is,
shit.
well, G4 is not the first generation, as numbers would contest, and there's going to be we've had good and we've had bad generations. G5 is definitely in it. Definitely better than some generations and not as good as other generations. But I think that's the par for the course of any fandom. There's going to be good and there's going to be bad. But I think people will enjoy the ride. People will keep making content. People will keep ponying on, and people have got friends. They've got family. They've got whole lives here. They're stuck here now for the rest of their life. They can't leave. They can never leave now.
But that's also the reason we want to expand into gaming, that kind of thing too, because it provides more to do here. It might be pony themed, but it's not My Little Pony.
Once you've joined the fandom, you can never leave. You're here forever. You're here forever.
What did you want to say, Caddy?
Sorry, a bike just went by. I'm so sorry. What I wanted to add onto that is in terms of like being very versatile and not even though we're a My Little Pony fan group, but we are not My Little Pony strictly My Little Pony. I wanted to add on to that with artists as well. A lot of the artists here who do panels and vendors also do and sell items that are not just My Little Pony themed. I remember one of them had something in regards of like I think League of Legends or something like that. It was a After Dark vendor, but they still had some stuff that were not My Little Pony, but other things as well. On another hand, I'm going to be selling stuff next year, hopefully. I'll be selling actual merchandise, and it's going to be more than just My Little Pony. It's going to be the Vendetta theme. It's going to be actual original characters themes who are not My Little Pony. It's going to be supernatural themed. It's going to have more themes than just My Little Pony. So we're very versatile in terms of artwork as well. So it's pretty cool. Okay, bye.
So yeah, all fandoms are welcome here. Yes, we are pony themed, but we appreciate the new.
Okay, got it. You think you have the event? You don't care about the series. The how, for example, is the series Tell Your Tale and Make Your Mark.
I like the series. I like Make Your Mark. I like Tell Your Tale. I even like the after G4 stuff, such as the claymations. You had also it's the one with the potion, Nova. There were chibis. There are chibi ponies. What's the name of the series right now?
Pony Life.
Pony Life. Pony Life. I enjoyed Pony Life. I enjoyed all that, but as I said, we're trying not to tie ourselves like too heavily to the fandom in order for it to allow us to expand. If we say we are one particular thing, then that will forever limit us.
Well, yeah, I agree. Pony Life, or better known as Generation 404, it was an interesting generation. I hope it doesn't get forgotten, but still. But Generation 5 had its ups and downs. It's just starting. I think the film was incredible and has been a bit of a poison chalice for itself, but it will get better. And we also, and while I tell your tale on YouTube has not been my cup of tea, it's been other people's cup of tea. But I like the fact that they have done something a bit different and they're not trying to make it too connected to G4. And we will always get new generations, whether G6 will be, G7, G999. I can't wait for G69 where all the ponies are going to be male. That'll be fun. But I have to make generation jokes. Generation 4 was the best joke. That's never going to be not funny.
I thought the best generation joke was Generation 3.5 Newborn Cuties.
We call Pony Life G404 because it's funny calling it G404. Because people will forget Generation Pony Life in the future, and we'll just keep calling it G404.
Well, I think that sort of answers your question. The show will come, the show will go, and we will try to be here.
I mean, what matters is not the generation of My Little Pony. What matters is that you can come here, find new friends. I mean, just enjoy the series for what it is, and come here and have a nice time with other people, more or less.
Yeah, just hang out here, talk with people, make new friends.
That's good to know. I hope the best for you. Just for to say that. Okay. So that's all the question I have for you. I'm sorry for not have question from the chat. Like I said, my time zone is terrible because people there just are in the school yet or working, so they probably
Oh, your English is fine.
can hear. But about your time zone, the same thing. So let's end the interview. Do you have any greeting to send? Any opinion about the question or my English, like you said? It's time to talk.
Okay, I'll do my finishing remarks here. Thank you for the interview. I look forward to seeing more from the Latino pony community, or just the Latino community in general.
Latin American pony community.
Latino Americans, yes. I look forward to seeing more of y'all on here, and we'll have more of y'all here. The more Latino events we'll start having. All right, Caddy, your closing remarks.
Okay. Joking. Anyway, basically, thank you for the opportunity. I rarely get opportunities like this in anything besides Ponies Online, so I greatly appreciate this, and I really hope to be out there more, not just for myself, but for the whole community. I've been trying my best to really put Ponies Online out there as much as I can. I post about it all the time on all of my social media platforms. And it's just something that I really take great pride in, because it's like one of the, maybe if not the only, it's one of the only communities I am really proud to be in. So it's a really good community. It's like a family here, and it's just really great. And I'm very sorry if I was ever late. I live in Hawaii, so I am very, very behind in terms of time zone. I am like 6 hours behind in Alex's hour, so it's a pain, especially since I'm still at work. So it was a juggle. It was a struggle to get here, but I made it. Let's go. Thank you.
Dina?
It was fun. It was awesome. It was my first interview like this, so this is just amazing. I'm happy to see how the con has grown and hope it continues to grow. And I hope I get to be a part of it for a very long time.
Golden?
This was actually this was pretty fun. I've never really been part of an interview like this before. I've done panels and have had questions, but have never, have had like where like questions are already all planned out or anything. So this was pretty interesting. Thank you, by the way, for interviewing us.
Neo?
I just want to say thank you for having us on an interview. It was nice to obviously learn more about the past con stuff and other things around the world. Yeah, I hope to be doing more of these in the future.
Pat?
Oh, it's very weird because as someone who's been on your side of the shoes, where I've been the interviewee and interviewed many other people, it's very odd being the person on this side of the chair, really. Yeah, but I'm just glad of what we've built, and it's just I always look at it and go, "What mistakes have got me here?" And I'm like, "I have no idea. I have no idea." I look at it and go, "How on earth did I make all this?" And I'm like, "I have still no idea." And you ask me all these questions, I'm like, "I still have no idea. What am I doing with my life?" I do like, you know what? It's fun. Thank you for giving me the opportunity of being an idiot. I don't need many opportunities, but thank you for giving me at least another one.
Spectrum?
Well, gracias por el latino, gracias Miss Amber, gracias PoniesOnline. Well, pretty much this is this is the first time I have a interview here on Pony Latino, but I think that this is kind of special because I think it's the first time that it has some sort of a unity, a connection between the English speaking audience and Spanish, My Little Pony fandom. So I think this is going to be something like special. I think it might be some sort of a beginning to some say that a, a breaking point, to unite a little more the communities. And also, just like Kathy said earlier, that I think that we can inspire other, like the Russian community, to grow more, to be part of Ponies Online sooner or later. Maybe we can be a even biggest international, event, server. But yeah, thanks for everything, and let's let's wait for, let's hope for lots more amazing stuff.
Toa?
Thanks for having us, and I hope to see more panels from the Spanish and South American communities because I'm open for anything. We might have to get translators, though. Oh, Spectrum, will you be able to cover some of that if stuff goes crazy?
It goes loco.
Mucho loco, senor.
Not to mention, I would love to get some Spanish musicians too.
Well, right now in the audience, I think that there is the Brony Villero who makes, cumbia, which is a South American genre that he made mixes, remixes from the original series with a more Latin American style. Maybe I can tell him to share the stuff here.
Yeah, more than welcome.
Don't forget the album Más allá de la ciudad. Here on this
Es
channel
verdad,
con
verdad.
Latino. Okay. Enough full list. Okay, for my part, I'm very thankful because, well, it was funny to make this interview. And the second part of the interview felt me great waiting in the here, but especially to first of all to Spectrum because he translated all the things I said practically more than I have sadly for me. But okay, it worked. And I cannot be but thankful and again. Special due to Alex Wolf who made the decision to approach to me because I was practically spamming in Pony Town, so I probably called his attention, and in this interview I proved to be a good guy, at least here. Well, anyway, for every one of you, if you want to make an individual interview in this format or waiting, if you want, you can contact me, and okay, we can schedule a next interview from the first week of November if you want. The right here.
Sounds good. We'll work out on maybe another interview with some staff who couldn't make it.
Right, just like I said, just talk to me.
Will do.
Okay, good. Well, okay. With all that said, I have to be thankful. Enjoy the afternoon, evening. Let's confront the rest of the week.
Thanks, Miss Amber. And I hope everyone have a nice afternoon, night, day, wherever on the planet you are.
Bye bye.
Okay, you want to say goodbye, please?
Adios,
Bye-bye.
muchachos.
Goodbye.
Aloha.
Goodbye.
Sleep tight. Don't let the bedbug bite.
All right, I'm gonna zoom all out. I am on 25% on battery, and
Oh, well, ay, ya estaba hablando en lo personal. Ya. Ok. Muchos saludos de mi parte de maestro Villero. Muchas gracias. Gracias a ustedes y a los demás. Además, máster de resistencia por venir por acá. Lástima no pudo venir el resto. Pues, sospecho que no compartí. Sospecho que del lado estadounidense no compartieron. Ok, de un minuto. Así que bueno. Tengo que decir en español de nuevo. De mi parte, recibir todo en especial al maestro Patreon por prácticamente traducirme buena parte de las preguntas. Por algún motivo no me entendieron. A diferencia, por ejemplo, a diferencia de otro entrevistado. No sé por qué, realmente. Revisé mi micrófono, estaba bien. Revisé mi conexión, estaba menos bien. La aceptable. Y bueno, así nomás funciona. Y bueno, gracias Luis David. No diría excelente, pero así nomás funciona. Pero funcionó. Algo puede ser. En fin. Ok, creo que ya desde mañana comenzaría a contactar gente para hacer una entrevista. Para la primera semana de noviembre, como ya les dije. Que creo que sería lo voy a hacer del miércoles primero al minuto. No, disculpen, del lunes 30 al domingo 5 de noviembre. Ahora vamos a estar un poquito más libres, así que bien ahí por nosotros. A lo mejor quizá no el 28. Cosa de analizar muy seriamente. ¿Qué iba a decir? Bueno, Nada. Cuando ustedes quieran se acercan. Uf, todavía tengo el nombre del usuario activo. Ahí. Pero bueno. Así. Creo que esto sería todo en cuanto a transmisiones de entrevistas este mes. El podcast lo haré el 27. Por motivos de estudios, todo eso. Así que bueno, de mi parte. Saludos para Unicorn, God Unicorn, Apilguero, Gabriel 330, espero esté bien. A Jaggy Dog, mandando el sujeto. Esa lo hizo una hermosa comisión. Y bueno, ¿ya qué más? No, nada más. Ya todo el equipo de Buen Latino por darme este espacio para, bueno, tratar de ser entendible en esto de hablar inglés. Espero que en la próxima entrevista me vaya mejor y me dé esfuerzo más adelante para subtitularla, que soy el único de capaz acá. Y bueno, con todo ya dicho, se despiden mis ambers de Ponifitos y Pony Latino. Como les dije a los demás pellacos, aguantemos el resto de la semana. Tengan un bonito regreso a casa, tengan un día tarde y nos vemos. Bye bye. Cuídense.